What if I told you that one of the most powerful symbols in human history wasn't decoration, wasn't mythology, and wasn't religion?
What if it was a diagram?
And not just any diagram, but a map of something inside your own head.
Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you're going to see the Eye of Horus in a way you've never seen it before, and more importantly, you're going to understand what it was actually pointing to.
Let's open the eye. The Eye of Horus shows up everywhere. Ancient Egyptian temples, secret societies, dollar bills, music videos, tattoos. It's one of those symbols that refuses to die. And whenever a symbol survives thousands of years across civilizations, that's your first clue. It meant something deeper than decoration. Here's where it gets interesting. The ancient Egyptians didn't treat symbols as simple artwork. Their hieroglyphs were layered, spiritual, mathematical, anatomical. A single image could hold multiple dimensions of meaning at once. And the Eye of Horus? It wasn't random. Every curve, every line, every proportion had purpose. Most people don't realize this, but the Eye of Horus was used as a system of fractions. Each section of the eye represented a mathematical value: 1/2, 1/4, 1/8, 1/16, 1/32, 1/64. Add them together and you get 63 64ths. Almost complete, missing a tiny piece. The Egyptians believed that final 1/64th was restored by magic, by something beyond the physical. Think about that for a second. A symbol representing vision, divided into parts, nearly whole, but requiring something invisible to complete it. This wasn't about eyesight. It was about perception. And perception takes us somewhere even deeper. In the 20th century, researchers noticed something strange. When you look at a cross-section of the human brain, specifically from the middle, and compare it to the Eye of Horus, the resemblance is striking. The curve of the eye mirrors the corpus callosum. The lower extension aligns with the brainstem, and the center of the eye, it falls almost exactly where the pineal gland sits. Coincidence? Maybe. But consider this. The pineal gland is located deep in the center of the brain. It regulates melatonin, controls sleep cycles, responds to light, and has been called the third eye in spiritual traditions for thousands of years. René Descartes famously called it the seat of the soul. Why would an ancient civilization create a symbol that mirrors the brain's inner structures, especially the area associated with light and awareness? Unless they understood something we are only rediscovering. The pineal gland is tiny, about the size of a grain of rice, yet incredibly sensitive. In many animals, it directly detects light. In some reptiles, it functions almost like a literal third eye. In humans, it's hidden, buried, almost symbolic in itself. Across cultures, Egypt, India, Tibet, Greece, there's a recurring idea: inner vision, enlightenment, awakening, the single eye that fills the body with light. Different languages, same concept. Heightened perception. But this isn't about mystical powers, it's about awareness. The myth of Horus says he lost his eye in battle. It was shattered into pieces, then restored. Fragmented vision, made whole. Now think psychologically. Most of us experience reality in fragments. Past regrets, future anxieties,
emotional biases. We don't see clearly, we see through filters.
When perception becomes integrated, when you become aware of your thoughts instead of being controlled by them, something shifts. You start responding instead of reacting. You see patterns before they repeat. You understand cause and effect so clearly that the future becomes predictable.
That's what seeing beyond time really means.
Not supernatural prophecy. Deep pattern recognition. Ancient Egypt lasted over 3,000 years. That kind of stability doesn't happen without understanding systems, external and internal. Their temples weren't just religious spaces, they were symbolic journeys from darkness to illumination. The Eye of Horus was called Wedjat, meaning the restored one or the whole one.
Wholeness.
Integration. Logic and intuition unified. Biology and consciousness aligned. They weren't just carving stone. They were encoding psychological technology.
And here's why this matters today more than ever.
We live in the most visually saturated era in history. Screens, notifications, algorithms, information overload. The real battle isn't for territory anymore. It's for attention.
Because perception shapes reality.
If someone controls what you focus on, they influence what you believe. Attention is currency. That's why the eye symbol still dominates modern branding and power imagery. Not because of superstition, but because perception is power. The question is, are you the one directing your vision? Or is something else? You don't need rituals to activate anything. You need awareness. Start by observing your reactions before you act. Notice your mental habits. Where does your attention drift when you're not conscious of it? Meditation strengthens meta-awareness, your ability to observe your own mind. Protecting your sleep protects your pineal gland's function. Reducing artificial light at night improves clarity and mood. Clarity of perception begins with clarity of biology, but it matures through intentional focus. Where you direct your attention determines what grows in your life. That's the real third eye. And remember the fractions, 63/64. Almost whole. The missing piece wasn't math. It was consciousness. You can have data, knowledge, intelligence, but without awareness, you're incomplete. The Eye of Horus wasn't just art, it was a reminder. Wholeness requires integration. True vision requires inner clarity. And maybe that's why this symbol survived empires, religions, and revolutions. Because it was never about ancient Egypt. It was about you. The eye was never just a symbol. It was a blueprint for mastering perception. And when you master your attention, you transform your reality. If this shifted how you see the world, the next video on hidden symbols and modern neuroscience will take this even deeper. Subscribe and let's keep sharpening the eye of wisdom together.